This is the Momentum Educate and Innovate podcast.
My name is Val Robus and I'm the Digital Skills Specialist in Momentum, and I'm here today with Michaela from Roscommon Leader Partnership. So Michaela, I've already introduced you, but introduce yourself please.
That's okay, thanks Val. So hi, my name is Michaela Deanne Huggins. I work with Roscommon Leader Partnership. I've been working with them for the last 3.5 years. So Roscommon Leader Partnership is a non-government organisation. It's a local development company, and we get funding from the government, from different departments, and we use them to run local projects on the ground. So we work very closely with them, basically everyone in Roscommon. So we work with new communities, we work with migrants, we work with people with disabilities, we work with organisations, social enterprises. We are also involved in Erasmus projects as well. So the organisation, we have a very large scope of work that we do.
That's perfect. So you've mentioned a bit about the inclusion that you do. So can you tell us, how does your work incorporate inclusion and belonging?
So, for example, I work part-time in the Family Resource Centre in Ballahadreen. Ballahadreen is a very diverse community. So we have, I think it's 24 nationalities living in the town. So a huge part of inclusion there is that we would run different workshops in the centre for everybody. So, for example, we had a Family Fun Day a couple of months ago during the summer, and it was specifically for new communities and for kind of more like...
No, you're okay. So it was to make people feel included in their new communities.
Yes.
And to help them meet other people in
Absolutely.
the area.
And it was also a chance for them to showcase different things about their own cultures. So there was a section in the day where we got to do a breaking of the bread. So women from 3 or 4 different cultures made their like national bread, and everyone got to try a piece and they got to break it and kind of share a story around their culture and about the food, which was fantastic. And it kind of got everyone chatting, and the people got to ask questions, and people were very intuitive. So that was a great day to get people included in the community.
That's amazing, because food really does break down barriers and include people. You know, you see it everywhere where food comes out, and it's automatically a connection, so people can start talking to each other, which is a great idea, really.
Yes, absolutely.
And is there anything that you would recommend for communities that they could do to be more included in their new communities? Is there any project that you've come about that helps in that respect?
So we're currently working on one actually to do with food. It's called Food Includes, and it's to do with, like, that goes back to the food aspect, but it's upskilling people on how we can collaborate with one another through the medium of food, but it's kind of an education piece as well. So we're doing a training course on how we can learn about trauma through food. So that's kind of in development at the moment, and we're going to be sharing it with educators and also new communities and migrants.
That's brilliant, because we're actually working on one, and it's called 3 Kitchens. So it involves people that maybe have moved to a different country, and how they can either volunteer for kitchens or create their own business. And actually, I've met a few people through that. So I've met the Ukrainian bakery. They're based in Leitrim, but they make their own food from their own country, and they sell at the local markets. So they're at Manor Hamilton Market. They're also at Sligo Farmers Market. So it's just that connection of bringing people back. And then, of course, I don't know if you've seen Funky's Caribbean Kitchen.
Yes, I really want to go there.
She came into Sligo to Ireland through direct provision. And she was just at a loss, and she explained to me how difficult it was. But one of the things that struck me when I was interviewing her for 3 Kitchens, she said, you know, if you have a dream and you don't go for it, it'll always be a dream. So she said, if anyone's listening and they've got a dream in their head, they just should go for it. And that's what she's done. She started her kitchen during COVID, and she was just cooking dishes for people so that people from Nigeria and other places could try the Nigerian food, the Afro-Caribbean food. And now she has her own restaurant, and it's actually celebrating a year in business, which is just amazing. So fair play to her.
That's brilliant. And it's great, though, these projects that you get to see people go from the bottom and see them succeed. Like, that's the great thing about the projects that we work on.
Absolutely, and then it inspires others to do the same. You know, they don't just come in and think, well, I can't do that, because they've actually seen someone that is doing that. So what a great role model. So these projects really do make a difference. So I suppose the last question is, what is your most favourite part of your job, or is there a favourite part?
I think it's like that. It's seeing people succeed. It's seeing people get from quite difficult times to, you know, even small things like starting an education course, because, you know, once they get into that course, that it just opens the door to them for so many different opportunities. Like, we had a young person come into us in the Family Resource Centre, and she'd been looking for a job for such a long time, and she's such a hard worker, and she came into us and she was so excited. Like, we'd helped her with her CV, we had helped her with her cover letter, we had helped her like upskill, and she came into us, and I remember she was just so excited. She was like, I finally got a job, and we were all just celebrating in the middle of the room. We were just so delighted for her. So it's the little things that we can celebrate with the people that come in, that we help.
And it's amazing, and well done for all the help that you give people. So thanks a million, Michaela, for your time today.
Thank you so much, Al.
This is the Momentum Educate and Innovate podcast.